Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
You're listening to Davo, Tom and Callum, the podcast.
Look, I feel a bit bad talking about this because I did not get permission from the person involved, but...
Shame. Shame.
I was once told by a radio guru to not ask permission but beg for forgiveness, so here we are. No, I went to a friend's 30th a few weeks ago, and it was...
What's the friend's name?
Not telling. That's classified information.
That's the one condition that, if you're going to tell this story, they're laying low. You're not telling any names.
And it would only take a quick look at my social media to work it all out, but that's all right.
It doesn't take an expert sleuth.
No, I went to a friend's 30th a few weeks ago, and it was such a good time. The venue was perfect. There was festoon lights, good vibes, good music, and the birthday girl in question looked absolutely stunning.
Cool.
We got there, hair done gorgeous, outfit on point. I just thought, wowee, you are smoking. You are thriving into your 30s, girl.
Yeah, turn
Hear
one
me
on
sucking
for it.
up. But when we got there, it was very evident that she was ready to celebrate. She was coming in hot, boys.
Okay, yeah.
As we all were, to be honest. It was party vibes were high, you know?
Yeah.
And the night progressed on. We did some speeches. They all went really well. Nothing went wrong. Everyone's having a great time.
No one's too crazy by the point of speeches. That's always a good sign. That's a good start.
Absolutely. We they were early.
Yeah, okay. Midday.
There's always one person where, they set the standard for the speeches, isn't it? There's always one person that's had too many drinks by that point. So you guys are doing pretty well.
We were doing pretty well. I mean, when you hit 30, you'd hope that you're doing pretty well, but also, hey, you know that we're cheeky over here, and so sometimes we just take it a little bit too far. But it got to about 10 p.m, and we looked around and we said, where is the birthday girl?
Gone missing, gone rogue.
Gone MIA.
10 p.m. is early as well.
10 p.m. is early.
To be going MIA.
When you've made your own party, you've obviously put it all together, invited everyone, you've spent money on this thing.
Uh-huh.
Birthday girl went home.
Just went home.
She's just called it a
Even
night.
after all the works, all the setup of the party, looking great, doing her hair, doing her makeup, she's gone home.
I'm not going to lie, she didn't take herself home. It was she was popped in a situation to go home because she had come in too hot, sent it like an absolute animal, and ruined her own birthday by 10 p.m. Her own 30th.
Did you all just keep partying? Did you stay at the venue?
Well, look, I thought I have to take it upon myself because I thought she's going to feel even worse if we all end the night now. If we all end the night now, she knows she's ruined the night. So I thought, let's kick it up a notch.
So you as the
Party Davo,
the party council hopping up on a table being like, why would we let it end?
She pulls those sunglasses out of her coat, puts it on. It's time to party.
Sloane Mackenzie.
Yeah, I was basically Corey Worthington. And with the party, we still stuck around to the end of the function, which was at midnight. Unfortunately, the birthday girl didn't make it there. And then, of course, we made a classy stop at the Rammy and kicked on until the close.
I mean, it's what
And you did it all for her.
All for her, obviously. It's a really selfless act.
Was there a lot of cheersing of the drinks being like, she would have wanted this?
Yes.
She would have loved this right
There
now.
was a lot of that.
Got to head to Glenelg North where we've got Cara on the line. Cara, good morning. Did you ruin your birthday?
I ruined my 5th birthday. When I didn't win Pass the Parcel, I staged a tantrum protest, and my mother made sure to take photos of every part of the tantrum.
Great. She had it up to her. She had a gutful and thought, you know what, I'm going to document this to show her later on.
Exactly. There is an amazing photo of all the kids lined up with their prizes on the big, long 70s sofa, and there's me on the ground, head in my hands, having a sulk.
You know what, Pass the Parcel and all those sort of games, they're fierce. You can see why people get into fights. I get into a fight over it as an adult.
I feel like, though, when you're a child playing Pass the Parcel, they usually rig it for the birthday kid to
It's
win,
always
Cara.
rigged.
So you've been really short-strawed here.
Well, see, that's the debate in my house as well. This has been raging for the last 40-odd years. I believe, as a birthday girl, I should have won that Pass the Parcel, but my mother, being German and logical, believes that Pass the Parcel is random, Cara. Everyone can win it.
Jeez, it's not how it works.
Are we bringing up some, suppressed memories here, Cara?
Yeah, I think I'm being triggered. Oh, my God.
Ruined her day.
Hey, thank you for getting involved as always, Cara. You've always got a ripper story for us. We're going to go to Hazelwood Park. We got Pip on the line. Pip, did you ruin your birthday?
Yeah, I actually ruined my husband's 40th birthday.
Excellent.
Which, when I had organised the whole thing, it was an après ski theme, so a costume dress-up's always going to put everyone in a good mood, get everyone excitable. It kicked off at about 2, and I think at about 9 I'd organised for a DJ to come in. So he came in, set up the decks. We were in a 2-story place, and I decided at that stage that it would be a great idea for me to enter sliding down the banister and jump onto the dance floor.
Oh, dear, Pip. Oh, God.
Is the banister
in my ski suit, I jumped on and slid down, hit the bottom and sort of spun off and landed on my head. And knocked myself out for a second, but then came to, the whole party's around me. Are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. Then put my hand to my head and had a massive egg that had just risen. So they decided it was probably a good idea that I stay where I am. There was 2 chiros in the party, luckily, and they were like, just stay there, don't move. We'll call an ambulance. And so they had to wheel me out, and my husband had to leave with me. I said stay, but he was like, no, I need to come and make sure you're okay.
Oh, God, so there's no...
That was the end of the party.
No after party then? You didn't keep going, you had to have the rest?
Well, we left, but it was an open bar, so everyone just stayed.
You still had your royals?
Hey, Pip, I got to know...
Yeah.
I got to know, what kind of shoes were you wearing? What was the downfall of you not being able to stick the landing after the banister?
Oh, I don't think there was any legs out at all. I think I just sort of slid down and rolled off. I don't remember what shoes I had on.
There's nothing better than a smug entrance thinking, I'm really going to nail this.
Yeah.
And absolutely. Can you imagine the crowd just...
Slow motion.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. I get older. The Davo, Tom, and Callum podcast stays the same age.
It's a saucy time of year for me, boys, because it is Movember. And, of course, blokes all around grow out dirty, dirty moustaches for a good cause.
So you're exploiting the charity for getting with dudes.
Davo famously loves a mo on a man.
Yeah.
Or
You're like,
myself,
Told us multiple times.
Thank God it's charity season. I'm not donating, but I'm glad everyone else has modes. I can hook up with all these dudes.
No, but of course, Movember is a great cause. Check it out and have
definitely.
a look into it. It is obviously supporting men's health. But there's been a bit of a hiccup this year because a doctor has issued a warning that kissing blokes with facial hair could be detrimental to your health.
Wow, okay.
And I mean, generally the men I kiss with facial hair is detrimental for my mental health, but this has more of a sinister reason.
Yeah, okay. On the physical side of it, does it do something to your skin, or what's the go?
Well, apparently blokes that don't clean their beards can pass on a gross bacteria infection to your face.
Yeah, right.
It's called impetigo, and apparently it's contagious but not serious, and it can cause a big rash around your lips.
Yeah, okay. And this has just come out, has it?
It's, yeah.
Well, it's good that it's not serious, but I mean, it would probably look a bit off. Eh?
I mean, you guys are both come in pretty hairy at the moment. Does news like this sort of rattle you to thinking that you need to sort it out so you can get kisses?
It's funny you say that. I was gonna do clean shaven last night. I just couldn't be bothered shaving. But well, Dave, I guess I could shave it for today later on if you want.
That's what you're requesting. Is that why you brought this to the table? You
Why
want
have
us
you
to...
whipped out a shaver right here?
I'm just gonna do it now. Pucker those lips up.
Oh, podcast my podcast. Oh, podcast my podcast. Oh, podcast my podcast.
Want to hear a really cheesy joke?
Yeah.
Never mind, it's not that Gouda.
It ain't easy being cheesy.
Boom, we're off, baby. Let's do this.
Off to a good start. Off to a good start. Let's get into it.
I can't leave you after that joke.
Oh, I'm so glad. I love a pun. Right now, we got to talk about the race that really stopped the nation, and that was the inaugural cheese run in Melbourne City.
Cheese run!
Yeah, this interesting little bloke covered in yellow paint and a slice of yellow cheese hat started up putting flyers in the city to gather a bunch of odd characters to do a bit of a race.
What's Cheese Run? 150-meter dash up Swanston Street. The idea, it's simple, really. Everyone brings a little bit of cheese, and the winner of the race gets everyone's cheese. That's a large volume of cheese, you can imagine.
It's one of those, like, don't be fooled, because when you see the video, there's only about 10 runners.
Yeah.
It's not that many. You imagine it's a whole street of people, this massive marathon and, like, heaps of cheese. There was only, like, a handful of participants.
Yeah, there wasn't heaps. It was probably about, 15 people were there, and let me tell you, they were the most interesting characters you'd find around Melbourne.
I bet.
But they got this tray of all this cheese. They had halloumi, Gouda, brie, whatever you wanted in this pile of a plate. And they all went down to Swanston Street and they raced 150 metres up the road to win this cheese. But this guy that's running it, let me tell you, rogue unit, they said to him, hey, have you asked anyone whether you can do this?
I don't really get caught up in permits and stuff like that.
Imagine the reception in prison when people were like, what are you in for? And I was the cheese run guy. I was climbing on all the walls and the street lamps, putting all the signs up.
Apparently this has become a really big underground sort of event for people. It goes around through Reddit only and flyers. Yeah. And basically, like I said, it attracted the weirdest bunch of people down there to do a 150-metre sprint. The bloke that won it had a midriff top on.
Yeah, I feel like Melbourne's already home to some weird characters. This is a weird new niche of subcategory, I think. Cheese lovers of Melbourne.
What do you reckon, though? Do you think your love of cheese would get you up the road to do a 150-metre sprint?
If there's enough cheese on the line, if there's enough cheese, then you could get everyone else's,
I would do it for a very small amount of cheese.
Well,
I just want to get amongst it.
Well, this guy reckons it was pretty good.
Cheese Run brings people together. Cheese Run makes people happy.
Yeah.
There you go. You heard it here first. Victoria 2024 Cheese Run, here I come.
First you get the sugar, then you get the power, then you get the Davo, Tom and Callum podcast.
We caught up with a friend over the weekend and, well, she told us a pretty crazy story that she got caught doing the act at the zoo.
Absolute animal.
Animalistic behaviour.
And, well, you know...
What?
No. I just want to clear up that she was with another person, obviously.
Yeah. I'm really upset that we had to clear that up.
No, it's because I said animal and then I was like, that's not right. Sorry.
Well, I don't think we'd even report on that.
Obviously.
That's too dicey. I don't think there's a censor button.
I wish this wasn't live so I could take back the last 15 seconds.
Two people at the zoo. People.
Yeah.
But we know the Fresh fam likes to get cheeky with us. And that's why this morning we are opening up the text line 0428 927 927. What is the craziest place you've done the deed?
Now, Fresh Fam, on Friday, we asked you to tell us things you can say in the bedroom and also the golf course, and I've never seen more of a full-on
influx
of messages. Now, we know you like getting cheeky with us, so do not hold back today.
I mean, that text line lit up, but of course it does set the standard. I mean, the zoo is a pretty good spot. It's pretty wild. It's pretty out there in the public.
Yeah, I've been the most public.
Here we go.
I think off the top of my head, the most public place I can remember is Coke Park in Norwood.
Okay.
It's a small park behind the Coles there, and it was after a night in town, and I don't know how or why, but then the sun came up and it was very public indeed, and perhaps maybe caught, but we'll leave it at that.
Jeez, it's a terrible one if the sun has to come up and you're in your full glory as the sun rays come on your skin, you know.
Now, it doesn't need to be in public. It can just be an odd place in Adelaide or anywhere, really.
You know what?
I got
nowhere.
I got really close to SeaWorld as well recently. I really...
Not SeaWorld, the place of dreams and happiness. That's a family
Shamu
place.
is shaming you.
Yeah, SeaWorld would have been a cool one to add to the list. But we want to know all the craziest places you've done the deed, Adelaide, on 0428 927 927. Our text line will be open very shortly. You guys ever done anywhere crazy?
Yeah, weird, Callum.
I remember a pretty bad one. I was in a alleyway, but a pretty public alleyway in Milan, and my back was up against a roller door, and I must have been enjoying it quite a bit, and I slapped my back on the roller door and made this loud thud, like this really big echo, and then it alerted the attention of like a family of 5 tourists. Just 2 parents and their 3 kids all turned around at once to see what was happening. Made eye contact with them, so yeah, pretty public there.
All right, Davo, we can't let you off the hook that easily.
Oh, no, we don't have time for it. We can come back. Let's get some texts.
Go on, Davo, where was it?
All right. I'd say probably one of the more least proud places would be a pub accommodation in the western suburbs.
Yeah, right.
You had to enter through the gaming section.
So a bit on the dingier side.
Yes, classy.
Hey, we're going to jump straight into the text. There's so many coming through. We knew you'd get cheeky with us for this Tuesday morning, Adelaide.
For goodness sakes, Fresh Fam. Like, this is your niche. You love it.
How about the first one, someone kicking it off? Granite Island.
Granite Island's great. Yeah, another one here. I got it done under the bridge that connects the casino to Adelaide Oval. You!
Oh, you dirty dog. This one here, it says, I was picking up my female friend from working at a club, and on the way back to our hotel, we did it while riding the rental scooters.
Yeah,
that's bonkers.
Now, we've talked a lot about this text off air. First of all, how do you have the balance to do that one?
Are we in motion while this is happening, while we're in motion?
I'm imagining in motion, one person is sort of like, I guess, dinkying on the handlebar.
Some sort of, modern Kama Sutra. How do you be so flexible on an e-scooter?
We're just stretching, officer.
Honestly, the core strength on these people, insane, incredible.
This one here, one time after a Halloween party, literally on the side of the road.
Yeah, this one, how about the tower where they video horse races at Morfettville Racecourse? Cheers, Bicey.
Yeah,
Cheers,
right, Bicey.
A classic one here. Mo High Club style. Someone said plain toilet. One goes in, the other sneaks in. Unpleasant, but did the job. Then the other one sneaks out, and other sneaks out 1 minute later. And that's from Brandon Big Dog.
Brandon Big Dog. Oh, hot as hell, hey? What about this one here? Morning legends. Been a bad boy in my younger days. Done the deed on a golf course, nightclub, changing room at a swimming centre from Party Marty.
On your Party Marty, thanks for getting involved as always. This one here, it wasn't the craziest place, but I can say the walls are pretty damn thin in a caravan when you wake up in the morning and the neighbours give you a big smile as they say, when the caravans are rocking.
Another one said in a gondola at Whistler.
It just gets better, doesn't it?
Far out.
Gondola. E-scooters, gondolas, all these modes of transport to get it done in.
Hey, somebody's just texted in on top of the giant rocking horse years ago.
Hey, I love that. Local. We love local here at Fresh.
Absolutely. Keep your texts coming through 0428 927 927. Where's the craziest place you've done the deed, Adelaide? You with Davo, Tom and Callum. Oh, I've just been informed we've got a special caller on the line. I'm getting the signal from our producers.
Let's get her on.
We're going to Pennington. We got Irene, Davo's mum, on the line. Irene.
Mum, what are you doing?
Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
Irene, it's lovely to talk to you this crisp morning. Can you give us the details? Where was the craziest spot
For the
you did the deed?
For the love of God, I hope you're not calling for the actual topic, right? All right.
I think you have a story, don't you?
What happened, Irene? Where's the craziest place?
I was on the train on the way back from Melbourne with my fiancé at the time. And, yes, we were doing the deed, and I was sort of leaning out into the aisle a bit, you know.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Flexible back in the day.
Doing the splits and all.
And then I looked behind me, and two nuns were sitting behind me.
Two nuns? Blasphemy.
Mum, This is insane.
What were they
behaviour.
doing? Giving you Hail Marys and Our Fathers?
Oh, yeah.
I reckon one of them was.
throwing some holy water on it. I'm trying to lube it up.
Oh, Irene, you dirty dog. Thank you for getting involved. You with Davo, Tom and Callum. It's 5 to...
Sometimes me think, what is friend? Then me say, friend is someone to listen to Davo, Tom and Callum podcast. Cookie, nom 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 nom.
We're always looking for a little bit of extra convenience, especially on the way to work or your day-to-day life. Trying to make things quick and easy.
Yeah.
And one of those things would be quite handy, actually, to live in the heart of the city.
Yeah. I mean, you do live quite far away. You're down in the western suburbs.
Yeah, and just in general, like, I love coming to the city,
Yeah,
for
we know.
the weekends
Town
and
rat.
everything. So
Absolute town
it
rat.
would be
yeah.
quite convenient to just have a spot here that's very nice, very convenient. And Tom and I actually got a little bit of a proposition that would edge us towards that dream.
Yeah, on the weekend at my house, right before Mary's in the Park, we had one of our volunteers over, Diego.
Yeah.
And he lives in the city, like just down the south end of the city in an apartment. And he was telling us that his housemate was moving out February next year.
Oh, convenient. How exciting.
Yeah,
this
not
could be
bad.
a new beginning.
And
Yeah.
if you look at the specs, so me and Tom are entertaining the idea at Prees. Over a few drinks, we're like, oh, so what's the specs of the house?
Yeah.
And, Diego's going on being like, oh, it's in the heart of the city. It's quite spacious. And it's only about $200 a week for each of us, including bills. So it's actually
not bad.
It's actually not a terrible price for where you're staying and how convenient it would be for work and everything.
Okay, what's the catch?
Yeah, that's when he dropped the hammer. And
No, because we're really excited about this. This is he's done all the right things, given the right positives about the house.
so then he told us the catch, and basically that was that his housemate is moving out.
Yeah.
Yes. But there is still only the one bedroom.
Okay.
And he said, don't worry though, he's already got 2 single beds set up in his room.
And he said it so nonchalantly. He said, it's all good when you come in, that you've already got your 2 single beds in the one room. Me and Tom said, one room? One room? What? So we're staying in the one room in 2 single beds?
I mean, I think that's quite fine for you two. You're basically a modern day Bert and Ernie.
Ernie, tell me, how do I look?
And I mean, Tom is Bert. Tom is Bert because he's a bit more uptight, and Ernie's an absolute menace. So is you,
Makes
Callum.
sense. Well, I think that's what Diego thought. He thought it was definitely going to... He thought he would be quite happy with the Bert and Ernie situation in his house.
Push the beds together and you're bloody golden.
You're gonna need a bigger podcast.
Davo, Tom and Callum, the podcast. It's time to face your fears. 12 irrational phobias, but only one can be the scariest. Tournament of Terror on Fresh 92.7.
Jeez. Tom's irrational fear is having a damn lozenge. Sort out that throat.
Yeah, oh jeez, I'm tearing up a little bit over here, but it's all good. The show must go on. We are doing our Tournament of Terror. This is each day for all of last week and all of this week. We are finding Adelaide's most irrational fear to end the stigma almost and make it rational. And today we have spiders going up against needles in the first knockout stage.
I mean, exactly right. This is your chance to defend your fear. All those times people say, hey, that's not scary at all. That's nothing. Why are you scared of that? This is your chance to turn around and say, this is scary for this reason, and it's going to win the tournament.
Now, I reckon spiders, for myself, are definitely scarier than needles. I mean, my dad used to use spiders as a threat if I didn't clean my room. He'd always tell me, he's like, well, the next time I see a spider walking into your bedroom, I'm just going to let it go.
Like he's a toll gatekeeper, just with like a boom gate, letting the spider through.
I used to always like to
Hop
think...
in.
I used to always think there was like a little spider there being like, g'day, John, I'm off to Lauren's room.
He's like, no worries, mate. Hop in, give her a bit of a fright.
I mean, if you think about it, spiders sort of have like 8 needles as legs, plus 2 little fangs. I think they're a lot scarier than needles, but that's my personal opinion.
Yeah, see, I'm not fazed by spiders at all. I think needles make me a bit more uncomfy. Seeing that big old metal spike going into your skin, I think it's just a bit full on.
There you go. Well, I can reveal that at the moment, it is a landslide win for spiders. It's going to go till the end of the day, but it's 69% to 31% spiders way on our Instagram. You can head there at Fresh927 to vote on our official poll. And the text line, it's all spiders. It's still not too late to get involved. 0428 927 927. Are you more scared of spiders or needles? We're going to go to Anglevale. We got Darren on the line. Darren, mate, you're not a fan of spiders either.
No, you know what? If I had to choose between the two, it's definitely spiders I'd be a fear of.
You're more scared of spiders?
Yeah, well, look, with a needle, you know you're going to get that needle. Like, you go to a doctor's, a hospital, it's like, we're going to give you a needle, like, you're getting that. Yeah. Spiders, they can come out of nowhere, right? You put your hand under the door handle away from your car, there's a spider there.
Yeah.
You're asleep, there's a spider on your pillow, on your face, on you. You move a shoe, you put a shoe on, put boots on. There's spiders.
They're everywhere.
They're going to get you.
The creepy crawlies are everywhere in the house. But that's why I find the needles scarier, because you know the needle's coming, like what you said, but because you know the needle's there, at least with the spider, I can't see it. If it's not in my sight, I'm not scared of it.
Yeah, but if you see it coming, then that's more scary than seeing a needle
coming at me, yeah, I'd be a little bit hasty.
See, I think the unpredictability of the spider is what makes it scarier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, we've also got Brett from Port Adelaide on the line. Brett, you've just called up, mate. Are you more scared of spiders or needles?
Oh, mate, spiders, hands down. Yeah. I can't stand spiders. I had a huge huntsman on my back at a barbecue once, and everyone was laughing and laughing at me, and I'm like, what's going on? And a mate said, you got a big huntsman on your back, and then it crawled down into my T-shirt. On my back, and I ripped that shirt off and did the scary dance like you've never seen, mate. It was
no good.
Awful.
So you didn't get a...
I can't stand them. Hate them.
You didn't get a pinch from the huntsman or anything? No bites? Or
No. I just ripped my shirt off and felt awful for ages. Yeah,
Brett,
I can't stand them. I hate them.
Brett, where was the misso throughout this? Did she give you a hand or just watch you and laugh?
Oh, no, it was a boys' footy club, Barbie. She wasn't there, but all my mates were laughing.
That would have to be the worst spot to cop a huntsman on the back. I don't think anyone's saving her.
Yeah, trouble is, it was in the boot of my mate's car, and his carton of beer was in the back. He said, go grab the beer. And as I went to grab the beer, it jumped on my back, and then he goes, oh, yeah, that's my mate from the boot of my car.
Most dangerous beer run you'll ever do.
Hey, we're getting someone else call up right now. Hello, who are we speaking with?
Hayley.
Hayley, are you more scared of spiders or needles?
Definitely spiders.
Yeah.
Spiders again, wow.
Yeah, the spiders are winning by a landslide.
I definitely, sweat to the point, where, I sweat and I shake. That's how much I'm scared of spiders.
Have you had a bad incident with a spider? Have you had a creepy crawly on your back or anything, like Brett?
Not on my back or anything, but they always try to get through my front door, and they're always
and knocking the doorbell,
doing a B&E.
Pizza delivery.
I know you're not
in disguise.
I know you're not the pizza man. The pizza man comes at 7 o'clock.
You're listening to Davo, Tom and Callum, the podcast.
Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to AuscastNetwork.com for details.